Yo, guys, I hope you're well. So, guys, I've just come back from my supermarket and I believe I've witnessed two crimes. So, the first crime I witnessed was the tail end of an attempt to steal from the store from this woman in her 40s, 50s, I don't know. And the second one was the store prices. My goodness, we're being ripped off. Trust me on that, we're being ripped off. But the more serious one that will concern all of us is the serious case of people who are shoplifting. And where I live, I'm actually quite lucky. We do not tolerate shoplifters. No, we don't. So, guys, I've told you before that in the past, I've known security in large stores and small stores. And I've been involved in helping out security when some guy tried to do some stupidness about 2, 3 years ago. We shut that guy down real quick. Trust me on that. But in this case, guys, there was this lady. She was in her 40s, potentially. She might have been younger. I'm not certain if she was involved in any kind of drug taking, this, that, and everything else, or she's a down and out. I'm not certain. But when I entered the store, it was a live situation, and security apprehended the woman. And as per normal, she was shouting, "Blue murder, blah, blah, blah." You know what happens with shoplifters. And so many people around the store, everyone was gathered just watching. I couldn't really see if anyone was filming. I didn't film. But a few things ran through my mind. So this lady was making as much noise as she could. And I think she must have done this before, probably hoping that security guard or everyone else would pile in and help her. She was in the wrong. Don't get it twisted. She was in the wrong. But what I saw was she had a pram, or whatever you want to call it, a perambulator. But I couldn't see if there was any child inside that pram. If you push me to make a conclusion, I'd say there wasn't. Anyway, so security got the lady, and I think they were looking to get the goods that the lady allegedly took from the store. Because remember, she was outside the store, so she wasn't quite outside in the car park, but she was outside the store. Her next step would have been in the car park. Cut a long story short, this went on for a while. I stood and I watched because I could not swear to what started the situation, how the situation was. But the security person, he had his security emblazoned on a yellow fluorescent jacket, blah, blah, blah. So he was definitely security. He was apprehending the lady, and I'm certain he was trying to get his goods, the goods of the store back. And I could see staff from the store as well around. No one intervened. No one touched the lady. No one harmed the lady. But she was screaming "blue murder." So I had a few thoughts in my head when I was looking at this, because I'm quite analytical. I break things down. And I thought, well done, first of all, to the security guard to apprehend the lady. Well done to try to get the goods and the products back. I thought that one thing that should have happened is, because where security is situated right by the exits, and there are a couple of exits where so people could exit left or right. What I think is that there should be some kind of, like, do you remember back in the days when we were kids? If you stole from a sweet shop or anything like that, they dragged you into the back. And that was it. No one could see you. I think there should be some kind of lobby area or something where that person could have been taken aside and then potentially searched or whatever, so that you don't get crowds crowding around and potentially people intervening. That's what I reckon. There should be some kind of place where this person could have been asked to step into this little office, little cubicle, and we could sort it out without embarrassment on both sides. But the really interesting thing that I saw, and I think this is an interesting thing for people to start to look out for, is that someone definitely, potentially the store itself or a customer, called the police. And the reason I know this is because when I left the store, X amount of time later, there was at least one marked police car with two officers inside who were watching the store. So they were potentially 10, 15 paces. So as soon as you leave the store, 15 to 20 paces away, the police car was situated there, and it had been waited there for whatever time. Because what happened was, I think they eventually let the lady thief go. They got the product back, didn't arrest the woman. She was allowed to go, but now the police are watching. So this is a really interesting situation. I want to know if any of you guys know anything more about this. So if anyone else was foolhardy enough and stupid enough to try and steal from the store, from the moment the lady had done whatever she did and was released to however long the police are going to be there, that's their hard cheese. Really is. But I'm actually quite happy about this, because this should set the precedent now, of if someone steals from a store, the police should be informed straight away, and hopefully the police will get to that destination as soon as possible. Because this now runs into, and you know, like comedians, they start at the start and they talk about one or two things, they meander, and then they come back to the point they talked about at the start. Remember I said I thought there were two crimes committed. So the first crime I thought committed was this shoplifter, and the second crime was the prices. Have you seen the price of food products, like washing materials? So if you want to wash your clothes now, the price of the washing materials has gone sky high. So I've got something in my throat, people. But at the end of the day, my second point was that if we allow these people, these shoplifters, to steal from our stores, we give the stores carte blanche to increase their prices. And boy, they've increased their prices. But again, fair play to my store. Fair play, because what I do is I walk around, and they do every week. They do some really good deals. So when I see those good deals, I stock up. I saw some good deals today. So I got 4 times as many as I would normally do, or 5, 6, 10 times as many. That's what I do. So certain things that they bump up the prices of some stuff that they know everyone needs. But if you look around and if you shop, you're savvy, you can make really good savings on food, products, whatever that you really do need. Get them when they are discounted. Get them when they are sold at a really reduced price. Buy in bulk. Trust me on that. But 2 things. So this woman shoplifter, and it's really good because this sets out a sign to all these other potential shoplifters that we will not accept you coming into our stores and stealing from us. Trust me on that. And the second thing is, I want to see more police at these stores when a situation like this happens. If you're called, you turn up as soon as possible. Anyway, guys, that was just a short one, just to let you know that shoplifting is still here. It's still a massive, massive problem for our country. But where I live, I'm so happy. We break down and we do not allow people to steal from our stores. Trust me on that. And guys, you need to tell your stores that we will only support stores who support the customer. And the only way you support the customer is by clamping down on shoplifters and thieves and people who are basically chancers. Anytime these chancers try and steal from the store, break them down something. Break them down and make certain that they won't do it again. Guys, we're coming up to the weekend, so make certain you look after yourselves, you look after each other. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel here at Toilet TV, please subscribe, guys. And because one thing, YT has again basically just shackled my channel. It's not recognizing anyone who comes onto this channel. It's not recognizing people who subscribe to the channel, people who watch the videos, people who favorite comments, etc., etc. They're basically trying to shut me down. I'm not even joking. And if YT wants to come up against me, I've got the evidence, YT. So you want to, yeah, we'll do it. But anyway, guys, if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and make sure you have a great weekend. Make sure you look after yourselves, you look after each other. And guys, I will see you at the next one.